Welcome everyone, today we're having the Genshin Impact News Digest. In this video, we'll have a look at some of the latest support replies about being able to refund some of the lost items due to hacked account. Now this is a very positive change, and we'll go into details of this one and how would this impact the community and how would this help with the security. So I have prepared a lot of notes on the security updates of what is happening and how does this upcoming feature really help the lost accounts. Because getting hacked and losing all of your items, losing all of your 5 stars, with weapons, with artifacts, and also losing your currency is very terrible. So this is a very good positive step forward, and let's talk about this in this video. We'll also be looking at the latest fan art event from Genshin Impact, which was edited about 40 minutes ago, and we'll have a look at the prize pool over here with 3,000 Primogems and also with 5,000 Primogems. So there's two parts of this contest event. One is about the art contest with illustration of a chibi character. The second part is about the cosplay. And I also have some tips and also hints on how to do cosplays if you guys are interested. Some previous Venti cosplays, some Zonly cosplays, and also some lovely examples of the Venti cosplay. So you don't have to have the fancy ones. Maybe something special that stand out with the characters can really work out. And if you look at this lovely Venti cosplay, I think our friend here definitely can win a prize for Venti over here. Finally, we'll have a look at some of the community fan posts and also memes about the latest Kaching electric buff that is coming. So from one of our previous videos, the developer's notes for patch 1.6 talks about the massive electric buff and also elemental buffs. So this meme shows like that's all I need, Kaching is coming home. And over here we have some fun posts about the Pokemon duel with Rack Slappers and also Barbatos with the little Pokemons, with the villain and also the Dragon Lord over here, which is pretty cool though. We'll talk about this one as well. And also the pet little dragon, he's like so happy wagging his tails. And finally we have a lovely picture of so many Barbaras with child. If you guys remember the child banner where Barbara appeared suddenly, there's like so many Barbaras, and I think this picture really shows like 6 or 5 Barbaras holding one child. It's like, what's happening, guys? Now coming over to this screenshot of the in-game support response about the retrieving of your account. And this is actually from my Discord. One of our members were actually contacting support about retrieving an account, and he or she actually noticed that the support was actually replying differently. Notice that here the support is saying that you can provide a list of items which are lost and also the currencies, and provide that as a part of the evidence, and they will be looking toward for positive changes. Because the developers are looking into this situation, and hopefully they can get back to the players soon with an announcement with our official source about the possible changes of refunding items that was lost within the hack accounts, which is a massive positive change. Now if you guys remember about the patch 1.5 developers notes, it mentioned about better security for 2-factor variation and also improvements in the future to come. And during this time, this was posted on the 13th of April. But if we come over to this video, which was posted on the 29th of March, a while before, the supporting team was actually changing messages. Their messages to the players was about better security is coming, and this will be coming soon with our official announcement. And this was announced on the 13th of April. So similarly, what we can expect is, now that the support is changing messages about positive changes and also refunding items, we will be expecting the official announcement of this particular good news very soon, maybe in a week or 2 time, and this can be a really good positive change. So coming over to a summaries of the Genshin Impact security related update. So over here I've made a few of the points. The first one is how accounts getting hacked, so we should be aware of this. And the second point is what are the biggest concerns regarding to the Genshin Impact community and also security. The third point is the summary of the upcoming security improvements from the developers, which are very nice with the dates and also the potential to get lost items refunded. The fourth part is how do we prepare in case we're worried for security, what are the evidence we need, what are the screenshots we need, and how do we prepare for this. And the final part is a little on the side about a discussion about this new feature of refunding hacked items and also hacked currencies. We'll briefly talk about how this may be used for personal gain and this how may be abused, but hopefully this will have a good filtering system in place to check and avoid those self-selection of actions. So coming over to the first point. I'm sure most of you are aware of this, but just in case you guys are not aware, those are the most common ways how players can lose their account. The first thing is giving away your personal information. Whether it's through email, through to friends, or maybe chatting about this, you don't want to give away your personal information about your account, about your password. It's quite obvious, but sometimes we do fall into, just sharing about our information too much. The second point is actually if you actually visit a third-party website which have a fake promo code, fake Primogems, and deals too good to be true, likely they're trying to scam you. They can be stealing your personal information, or they can be asked you to click the website. all you need is to click the website and they can steal a lot of information. If your password is saved in the computer, if something happens, try to not click on those websites, guys. We don't need to see the way they try to scam you, and don't be tempted to be like, oh, this is so silly, I'm gonna click it. And similarly, some of the YouTube videos, I know there's some really bad advertisement about showing you how to get millions of Primogems, the hacks and ways to download the application. This does not work, and try to not download those apps, because downloading those can lead to your account being compromised. Now, there are also some players who are actually giving their account away to third-party top-up. So what people say is, this particular shop on eBay or somewhere sells for 50% discount than what the game sells. You get the $100 Primogems for $50, and this shop has really good reviews. So people actually start to trust the seller, and they get the discount top-ups. This is not allowed from Genshin Impact, and this can provide multiple risks. One is that people can just take your account information and take your account. The second thing is, the seller can refund the money back in a few months' time. They get a good review from you at the start, and this will lead you to be banned, because once they refund the money back, your account will be shown as negative Primogems over 10,000 or 20,000 Primogems, and you have to pay this back again. So don't risk it, guys. Don't go for any of the third-party top-ups. And finally, we should never trade or buy accounts, because you never know how those accounts are filtered with, and those accounts can be from someone else's hacked. And we don't want to create a market for the hackers to be selling accounts. So if there's no transactions, there's no incentive for them to be hacking accounts. Now, coming over to a second point. What is the biggest security concern related to the Genshin Impact community? Our biggest concern is that we don't have the two-factor verification, the additional force of security, and this is something we want. We want to have maybe a PIN code, we want to have phone variations or code variations that can be live updated. And also, if we do happen to lose an account, what I've heard is there is quite a long period of the recovery time. Because the supports are very busy, they have a lot of tickets. Usually the recovery time for the recovery of the lost account takes from 10 days to 60 days. And this might occur after sending multiple tickets and having your tickets closed because you can't provide the information because, something didn't go right, you have to try different support. So this may take a long time to recover the account. And the biggest concern is, even after you recover your account, the hackers might have deleted, they might destroy your 5-star weapons, all of the artifacts, and use all of your currencies. And this can be devastating. You invested months into farming those artifacts, getting lucky with weapons, and all you left are the 5-star characters which cannot be destroyed. So this is one of my biggest concerns. We have had videos to cover this as well, and it's very nice, guys, to see the upcoming security features talk about refunding those lost 5-star weapons, artifacts, and all the currencies. So now coming over to the third point, the upcoming security improvement. The first security improvement was actually mentioned in our official notes. This was revealed by the supporting team around the 29th of March, and they start to change the way they respond to the players. They are saying better security is coming, stay tuned. And after about 14 days, on the 13th of April, this was officially addressed on the Chinese post first, then on the English post in the official developers notes for patch 1.5. And if we come over to our notes over here, it is stated that beta testing for the security system will be in place starting from March up to June. Selected servers will be tested, and when this is complete, hopefully by June or July, all of the servers will have a better security. Now, what's even better is, currently we can see that the new support response is that there will be positive changes on refunding lost items, and this actually covers up our biggest concern, is that we can get a comeback, we can have better security, but even if we lose an account, we can still refund or get back our items, and this is very important. So this is the new update from the support. And from the in-game support, it seems that the developers' notes maybe in the future for patch 1.6 may be sharing more information about the better security and also refunding items which was lost due to account being hacked. And this is such a positive change, because a lot of my viewers were saying that they're reluctant to spend in the game because they're worried they might be hacked and everything to be lost. And I think this not only benefit the community, this will also help the developers in having players to be more willing to spend in the game. We spend a lot of time in the game and we really don't want to lose those items. So let's stay tuned for the developers' notes on the lost item refunded part, and this will be very good. Now, for those of us that want to take extra measures in protecting our accounts and also preparing information in case something happened to our account. So what should we do and how should we prepare? I have found this previous Reddit post over here, and this is from Flame Cheese over here. He talked about the account recovery progress, or the process, and if you guys are interested, definitely have a look. He give you the step of how to recover your account, and also what's most important is, those are the things that the support will ask you about preparing to prove that this is your account. And if you guys haven't had those, make sure you consider making some of the screenshots of those particular parts, because if you do plan to recover your account, the support will always ask for those, and try to have as much information as you can. Now coming back to the notes, with the latest information about refunding items from your account, we also want to take screenshots for all the items and also resources we have valued in the game, which include all of the weapons, all of the artifacts, which are the important ones, and also the Primogems we have, the Mora, and all of the currencies, maybe your prototype weapons, or maybe all the mines and all the trees you've been chopping down. Make sure you also record those. And we also want to be updating our screenshots and also evidence regularly when we get a new character, when we get a better weapon, and when we get some really good artifacts. I know this might take a little more time, so this is only for those who are willing to, spend a little more time to feel more secured and also to be prepared. But hopefully in the future, guys, we don't have to be preparing all those information, because with better security, likely the accounts won't be hacked in the first place, so we don't have to spend the time to prepare for those. So that can be really good as well. Now coming over to a final point about the security system. Now it is really good that we have the hack account refunds, but as a veteran gadget player, I do know that this is a very positive step from the developers, and the community will really support them. And you can tell from the screenshots over here, they're even saying this is the positive change for the community, and this will be really good. But my biggest concern is, could this be a boost for personal gain? And this can be done in multiple ways, especially knowing that your account can be refunded with currencies like Primogems, because people could try to abuse this. I won't give us any examples over here, but hopefully the developers knows there will be a system and also a check in place, which differentiate the players who really lost everything and also differentiate the players who actually were there try to abuse for personal gain. Hopefully not many people do this, and if the developers have a good way of checking this can be really good. Because this is a positive change, we really don't want to see this to be abused in the wrong way. So let me know what you guys think about this change of the upcoming refund system for the lost items for the lost account. So really good, and those are all the information regarding to account security. As you guys know me, I'm a big conservative on the account securities, and I really want to get us the latest news on the security part. And I was really happy that there were two-factor variation. The first time we saw it on the support, I was able to make a news update for us, and the second time when this was officially addressed, this was really good as well. So likely around May or June, we'll be looking forward to another official announcement of recovering items from the lost account, which is actually a really good change. Now if you haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so. Make sure you also turn the bell on for the latest news as I find more of them for us. You can see that we're really dedicated for Genshin Impact. We'll have builds, guides, tips, news and events updates for everything that's Genshin Impact related. Now coming over to this official event post for the Heart of Bedrock. So this is one of the latest Genshin Impact art contest, and they start on the 28th of April and this will finish on the 17th of June. So there's quite a bit of time, about close to 2 months time to prepare for this. Now usually with the art contest there is, how should I say it, there's only the fan art, right? But this time there's also the second part, there is also the cosplay part. So if you guys are great with fan arts, you can see the prices. The first winner will have 3,000 Primogems for the fan arts of the chibi characters, which will be Zhongli as a main focus. The second part is 5,000 Primogems for a Zhongli character, which is a cosplay for Zhongli. And I was thinking, usually it's a little harder to make some really good fan art, but maybe we can look towards the cosplay part. So what I did was, if you have a look at all the possible cosplays for Venti on the images, you can see a lot of good Venti cosplays. And similarly, we can see a lot of great Zhongli cosplays over here. But what I was thinking is, if we come over to this pose by tagging over here, this is a lovely cosplay of Venti, and this is a different approach. So if you guys want to try something sneaky or something cheeky, that's not the traditional approach of cosplaying players. Remember, we want to show the best aspects of the players. We don't want to make Zhongli looks bad. But for someone like Venti, because he loves to drink, he loves music, a very simple cosplayer from our friend over here looks amazing. So I guess this is a small tip on how to cosplay characters, and if you're thinking about this, this might give you a different perspective. So this is also a lovely Venti cosplay, because Venti plays music, he loves his drinks, and he's like, I think this writing is like, we'll play music for booze, we'll play music for alcohol. And you know, this is really highlighting the Venti character over here. So I think this is a very interesting type of cosplay. And for those viewers that plans to participate in this event, make sure you read the event rules and also details correctly. There is also a submission board which is lately added to the official forum, so make sure you use those correctly, and best of luck on winning the 3000 Primogems and also the 5000 Primogems. And also lots of badges, lots of more Primogems, lots of the merchandise as well on this event. Now coming over to some of the fan posts and also memes shared by the community. The first one we have is actually from Zimin Will over here. And what we can see is that basically this is one of those memes that you can insert a lot of things. And his friend is like, is that all you need? He's like, yes, Kaching is the only one for me. And his friend here with all the 5 stars over here, just running away with all the 5 stars. So in case you guys are not aware, so lately there was an official developer's notes about the elemental buffs, especially for the electro characters. And there's also a Kaching quest. And if you want more details, do come over to this official developer's note summary about those buffs, which is coming about Patch 1.6. I know, another developer's notes, right? So basically the Kaching mains are really happy about, you know, Kaching side quest and also the Kaching buff. And likely we'll be seeing a lot more Kaching builds and also a lot more Kaching focus. I wish they actually had this notice when Kaching was having her special banner, but never too late though. So those of us that have Kaching will be very happy, and those of us that may get Kaching in the future will also be very happy about this one. Now coming over to this lovely post from Machine26, it's Pokemon with Genshin Impact. This is actually looking great. So you can see Zoni over here versus Venti, and you can see level 80 the villain versus level 80 Aztaha, and you gotta see the dragons fighting off each other. This is like a ground dragon, this is a flying dragon. Who would win, right? I think the ground dragon might have a high chance. Or the flying one. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting my Pokemon laws. But you gotta see the whole combo over here, which is lovely. And imagine if Genshin Impact have like a Pokemon thing. So lovely fun art from our friend over here about the Pokemon fight, and those are the Archons using the little dragons to fight each other, which looks great. Imagine having this thing in Genshin Impact, that would be so good, right? Now on the topic of the new weekly post, we also have a lovely fan art from Obeda over here about Zoni petting his little dragon. The dragon swagging its tails, and because he's so big he's actually breaking the ground. I love those cute posts. And if you guys have seen the Zoni story about the dragon, they were actually really close friends. So you can see Zoni battling with the dragon, and you can see Zoni petting the dragon. I would love to have a Pokemon for Genshin Impact, you know, different monsters, different, you know, just different thing, like the housing system, but in terms of monsters. And you know, I'm a big Pokemon fan, as you guys can tell. Now usually we save the best to last, and coming over to this lovely fan art from Komamasky over here about his friend finally getting child after a lot of Barbaras. So he made her this one to celebrate, and this looks amazing. Although the child banner is finished, I'm sure a lot of us were surprised by how many Barbaras were coming out of that banner. I mean, I was pretty shocked as well. Barbara's like, let me get a Concession 6. And the Barbara came as a surprise. We were expecting someone else other than Barbara, because we get a lot of her for free as well at the start of the game, when the global launch first came. And these pictures, this is when one picture says everything. There's so many Barbaras lifting one child. Looks great, right? And all the Barbaras are so happy. So this is cool, and this Barbara's like, yay! Child is like, what am I doing here? So lovely, lovely fan art over here, and shout out to all the artists over here, and a big thank you for them for sharing, you know, lovely Genshin Impact fan art with a different twist around, and those looks amazing. Now before we finish the video, it is very important guys, you're aware of the ways that you can lose your account, and also, you know, take extra measures if you're a little concerned, if you're a little anxious about the account security. It is very nice that we know upcoming security improvements for the game, which we do have a date around May and June for the test servers, and maybe after June or July we can have those implemented. And also being able to refund lost items is a really positive part for me, because you know, we worked hard for those items. We got lucky, we grinded the resource, we farmed the materials, we ascended them to level 90, we don't want to lose them. So let me know what do you think about this upcoming security change, and if you're planning to participate in the competition event, let me know which one would you be more interested. Are you going to draw the chibi characters of Zoni, or would you go for a cosplay of Zoni, which both can be very good. You can do both as well. So good luck to everyone who's going for the event. Now if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with catching and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.